Confirmed new signing Rasmus Hojlund.
Hojlund, my brother, I know you can do this.
Rasmus Hojlund, 21 years of age, and now Manchester United's leading striker, having completed a £72 million move from Atalanta in the summer. If you listen to certain fans or part of the wider media, you'd have wanted him sold already as a United fan.
Got 9 goals this season, that's not even that much, do you know what I mean?
But the big question is this: can Hojlund become the striker Erik ten Hag needs? Could he become a goal-scoring predator like Ruud van Nistelrooy? The answer is emphatically a yes, and it's not just about his goal scoring. Let me explain the important things that you might not be realising. And in order for me to do that, let's rewind to 2022. Hojlund playing for Atalanta. He scored 8 goals for them in a breakthrough season, but he was only in the early stages of his development. He needed more time, but then Manchester United came knocking, and everything changed. Time, it didn't matter anymore. It was time for United. The spotlight can be blinding at the highest level, and for Hojlund, his start at Manchester United was a harsh reality check. A big money signing in the summer after United couldn't afford to move for Harry Kane. People couldn't wait to write him off. And going 14 games without scoring in the Premier League gave rival fans and media carte blanche to ridicule him. Social media was merciless. He was constantly in the line of sight for abuse, and he even became a meme.
Loneliness can follow me. God.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's another.
He was cruelly compared to Australian singer Shawn Mills. People were even flying Mills across the world to feature on live streams and appear in videos filmed outside Old Trafford. But they should have known better. Hojlund had been shown all the hallmarks of an excellent striker, even without the goals. And he had scored 5 goals in the Champions League group stage, goals that made his strengths clear to see. Excellent movement, incredible athleticism, and instinctive finishing. Rival fans wanted to ignore all of that though, and instead constantly quoted 5 games 0 goals, 10 games 0 goals, 14 games 0 goals. The weight of expectation that comes with wearing the United shirt, with baying crowds waiting to revel in your failure, it was heavy on Hojlund's shoulders. And this clearly started to impact Hojlund on the pitch, and the media was scathing. Headline after headline screamed waste of money. Hojlund put absolutely everything into finding the back of the net. No United fan was able to question his commitment or his effort. But his instinctive movements, they now weren't as instinctive. He was overthinking every chance he had. It wasn't for a lack of trying, but Hojlund had seemingly hit a brick wall, and his teammates weren't helping either. Anthony, Garnacho, Bruno. United's players rarely tried to find Hojlund in the box. Rarely did our wingers look up to try and get a cross in for Hojlund. Rarely did Bruno try to find Hojlund with a through ball in behind the defence. He was feeding off scraps. We finally had a natural-born goal scorer, but United's players were so used to playing without a central striker who occupied the right positions in the box that they naturally ignored so much of what Hojlund did. It was going to take time for them to adapt their game, and it just hadn't happened yet. A spark was needed, a moment which changed the momentum. A shift in the story for Rasmus Hojlund. But then came Boxing Day 2023. And a Christmas present from Denmark. United had come back from 2-0 down to level things up against Aston Villa at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes fired a corner into the box. The ball bounced up off a Villa player's knee. Hojlund didn't think, he reacted instinctively and guided a left-footed volley in off the post. Celebrated in front of the Stretford end with the fans. He was fired up. He looked like a man possessed. Over 1,000 minutes of frustration exploding from every pore, until all that's left on his face is relief. For a split second, he almost broke down into tears. A Christmas gift from Hojlund for everybody at Old Trafford. 6 games and 7 goals later, Hojlund is now breaking records, becoming the youngest player to score in 6 consecutive Premier League matches.
Erik ten Hag spoke really well about him after the game yesterday, saying that this is the kid we signed, this is why we signed him, because of the strength of character. If you haven't got confidence, your game can go to pot. And add to that, getting starved of any chances. So there was so much against him in that sense. But what it is, the chances are now falling to him, and he's not scuffing. He's not uptight. I mean, you can see he's relaxed. The ball comes to him in the chest. What a goal.
And 7 goals from an XG of 6.51 suggests he's still not getting excellent chances created for his teammates. From beating defenders and finishing from outside the box against West Ham to the poachers' goals he scored away against Villa and Luton. This isn't surprising to all those who remain patient with Hojlund, but it is impressive. Rasmus showed incredible mental fortitude when he was mocked and doubted by pretty much everybody.
When we scouted him, I already saw his strong character and also his resilience, and that he wanted to work.
He can perform under stress, and when things go against him, like in the first season half, he has the abilities to have a strong character and to be resilient. and to determined and to score goals.
21, playing for the biggest club in the world, playing for a club he supported all his life. He was a top goal scorer in the group stage. That wasn't enough for some people. He was living the dream, but all people wanted to do was mock and drag him down. The way Hojlund overcame being sold off to Sturm Graz by Copenhagen should have been a clue that the young Dane is made of stern stuff. He was sold off by the club where he come through as a child, but that ingrained in him a drive to improve. And United are now reaping the rewards of that. Ron van Persie was doing his badges at Carrington recently, and Rio Ferdinand revealed that Hojlund approached Fletcher in the canteen, asking for a chat with him. The two of them sat there together for 30 minutes, and Hojlund picked the brain of one of United's best modern-day strikers in the Premier League. And at 21, Hojlund is showing all the signs of a centre-forward who can lead United's line for the next decade. He is naturally gifted in terms of his size and athleticism, but on top of that...
And when you're not performing, you've got a huge price tag on your back. You're not scoring goals. It must have been really tough for him at times, but he's come through that, and it looks as if he's really enjoying his game now, and good for him. But you're right, we thought there's definitely a player in there, and yeah, he's on that run where you must want a game tomorrow and the next day, because you just know you're going to go out and you're going to score.
He's got a relentless drive to improve. He's only going to get better and better. And on top of this, he's one of us. He's living out his dream every single time he steps out onto that pitch, and it comes across in how he plays. He once wore United kits and played football on the basement pitch his dad built for him and his brothers when they were kids. And now he's scoring late winners in comeback wins in front of the Stretford end. The pressure endured in the first half of the season would have crushed almost everybody. But pressure makes diamonds, and we're already seeing a player who is far better than the one who arrived in the summer. Hojlund has the world at his feet. I can't wait to see what he does next. And can he be the next Ruud van Nistelrooy? No, he can be the first Rasmus Hojlund.